When you are on a road trip with your family, there are two questions that someone will definitely ask. One is, where are we? And second, how long will it take to get where we are going? You may have heard those questions often. These are also important questions for all of us to ask every day as we focus on both our journey through life and also on our ultimate destination. It is interesting that although a GPS tells us how long it will take us to get to our destination, the first thing that it locates is actually where we are. Where we are is so important that it is the first question that God asks Adam after he and Eve turned away from God and hid. The Lord God called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" Genesis 3:9. Why did God ask Adam this question, despite obviously knowing exactly where Adam was? God knew where Adam was, but God wanted to know if Adam knew where Adam was, and also if Adam knew where God was. The answer that God was looking for from Adam was not, "I'm over here, the third tree from the left," but rather, where are you in terms of your relationship with me? Adam knew this, and that is why he replied, "I heard you in the garden, but I was afraid because I was naked, and so I hid." Today, God is asking all of us, where are you? And we too should be asking ourselves, where are we? And it's not just here in Placentia at Holy Cross Church. Because if we do not ask ourselves this question, we will never make it to the second important life question: how long will it take us to get to where we want to go? And what are the right directions to get there? Today's readings focus on the importance of knowing where we are in the various stages of our spiritual journey. St. Paul emphasizes that our spiritual life actually begins from the time we are in our mother's womb and is often filled with surprises along the way. He says, "He who had set me apart before I was born and had called me through his grace was pleased to reveal his Son to me in order that I might preach him among the Gentiles." Therefore, St. Paul recognizes that his journey is from the time that he was in the womb up until today and through every single experience and life moment. St. Paul knew where he was. And St. Paul was also flexible with how long it would take him to get where he wants to go. Jesus shows this balance between the destination and the journey many other times throughout his life. Note how in today's gospel, Jesus was actually going to a town of Nain, but he did not even make it past the gate of the town. In a sense, we can say that Jesus did not make it to his destination. St. Luke tells us, as Jesus drew near the gate of the city, behold, a man who had died was being carried out. Notice how in this gospel, and that is why it's important to read these gospel texts very slowly and carefully, Jesus was going with a large crowd into the city. That means there was something very important there. But the large crowd ended up waiting outside and something very significant happening there. St. Luke tells us some more details about the man. He was the only son of his mother, and she was a widow. Jesus' destination was the village. However, now, with a new situation, of grief, of mourning, of sorrow. The actual destination took second place because there was something more important to accomplish along the journey, such as noticing the only son of a grieving widow. Jesus did not just walk past a grieving woman and her dead son because he had other very important things planned for the day. Although Jesus' destination was important, he did not overlook the needs of the people along the journey. There is another very important element in the story that we need to notice. At the time of Jesus, people avoided dead bodies because they began to immediately decompose and smell. People avoided corpses at all costs and tried to get the dead body out of the city as soon as possible. And that's why there was a group rushing out of the city. And touching a dead body was also considered to make a person unclean in a religious sense. Jesus obviously knew this. However, Jesus did not walk away from the dead body. Jesus walked to the dead body, noticed the mourning of the mother, had compassion on her, and consoled her by saying, "Do not weep." He then went a step further and touched the stretcher and perhaps even the dead body itself. This is something no one would have done at the time. The miracle in the story is not what happened when Jesus went with the large crowd into the town of Nain, which we don't even know why he was going there and why there were so many people there. But the story and the miracle in today's gospel happened despite Jesus not making it to his destination and to his appointment in the city of Nain. No doubt someone in the large group with Jesus got impatient along the journey and asked, "Where are we and how long until we get there?" By stopping, Jesus showed everyone that we do not live the blessings of the journey when we are heading in the wrong direction. What blessings, therefore, are we missing in our life by either not having a clear destination or forgetting the many blessings around us in the journey towards that destination? There is no point trying to be successful in life if we end up hurting others in the process. There is no point being educated if that education makes us arrogant. And there's no point in getting to a certain position in life but losing our integrity in the process. Jesus shows us that although the destination is important, blessings are also found in every single step along the journey. Regarding so many things in our life, we might not necessarily be able to answer how long until we get there. But we definitely need to answer the question, where are we? Especially, where are we in relation to the gifts God gives us? Where are we in relation with our parents, children, relatives, and friends? Where are we in our honesty and in our integrity? And where are we in so many other important aspects of our life? If we cannot answer where we are, we will never know where we are. We will never know also where we are going and whether we will ever get to our true earthly and ultimately heavenly destination.